everyone, EG here. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for a video today. I'm sitting in my little Airbnb on my little sofa and just relaxing. And I went out today to try to shoot some more stuff, and I am going to include some kind of final video that I shot in Dijon at the end of this video. So if you don't want to listen to what I have to say, just move ahead to that if you need to. I am going to include some footage. I went a little bit on what's called the Owl's Trail. Some people just call it the Owl Walk, and I just shot a few things from that, and then also just some other footage that I hadn't included in anything. So just wanted you to get some extra scenes from Dijon. But before I do that, I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today. I had lots of ideas. I've had people ask me, like, what do I miss about the US, or am I homesick? I've had people ask me, like, what are the things I like most about being in Dijon or in France? And I could address all that. What's coming up for me is something that happened to me in a dream last night. And I think there's only one other time I've really shared this on this channel. I get really meaningful dreams once in a while, and I always know it's a meaningful dream because it's different. There's something really distinctly different. And I'm a very spiritual person. I don't talk a lot about spirituality on this particular channel, but if you know me and you've watched this channel a while, you know I'm very spiritual. And I meditate daily. Sometimes I miss days, but I have been meditating lately, and but sometimes things come to me in dreams, and not all the time. But I'll just give you the gist. I'm not going to bore you with the whole dream, but I will just give you the gist of this. I had a really good night's sleep last night, and let me tell you, that was a miracle because remember I told you I moved into this second Airbnb, and it is really nice. It really is. The bathroom is wonderful. The kitchen is really nice. I have a sofa to sit on. It's great, except for one big thing. Well, two big things. The heat thing, but that actually has been less of a problem than I expected it to be. It's actually, I have a comforter. I can put that over me. It's not really that cold. And sleeping at night, I don't get cold. So that's really a non-issue to me. But the big issue happened after I shot the last video, which was that the bed is horrible. Horrible. It's a futon. I thought it was like a memory foam or something, but no, it's a futon. And I don't know, maybe some of you love sleeping on futons. I've never done well sleeping on futons, even when I was younger. It just hurts my back. And now that I'm older, oh my gosh, if I lay on one side, it starts like causing, lower back problems and sciatica. And then I switch to the other side and I get it on the other side. And I had 2 nights of horrible sleep with that. Actually, 3 nights. Because I kept thinking, oh, I'll get used to it. No, I didn't get used to it. So you know what I slept on last night? The sofa, the couch. And it was fine. And I slept fine. I didn't have any problem. Didn't have any pain. So unfortunately, I couldn't sleep in that bed. So I am not recommending this Airbnb because of that. I'm sorry. You got to have a decent bed. And I don't know why they have, it's about a 6 to 8 inch futon height. And it's on wooden slats. And when you're on the futon, you can feel the slats underneath. I mean, it's horrible. It's just horrible. So I don't know. I don't know. I did not complain. I'm not going to complain. It's a limited amount of time. I can sleep on the sofa another 2 nights while I'm here. I wouldn't recommend this, honestly, because that bed. It would have been a wonderful little place, except for that. So that kind of sunk it. Anyway, that's my aside on the bed. So because of it, I slept on the sofa last night. Got a good night's sleep. And early this morning, I had this amazing dream. And I don't know how many of you have had dreams where you fly in your dream or can, move through the air, levitate, however you visualize it. But I've had those off and on most of my adult life, but I don't get them often. And there's many kinds of meanings built into when you can fly in your dream or levitate or whatever, With me, it's more of a levitation, a few feet off the ground, but I can move through the air really fast, like just like I'm standing, only I'm moving. And it's always kind of been that way for me. Now, I've heard many different interpretations of this, which say that it means that you're trying to break through, like you're entering a new phase of your life, and it's kind of like showing that you're pushing to break through from that. And I think that's probably true in this case. I think the reason I had that dream, which gave me, and there was more to the dream as well. There was some really like very tremendous spiritual elements to it where I was seeing people in the dream that were like famous people that, I knew had died, but suddenly they were there and I could interact with them. And I'm not talking about family or anything. I'm talking about just like famous people, like strange, random. But I was able to go up and say to them, like, I know you're not still alive, but yet I can talk to you. Like it was so interesting. But the best thing was the flying part or the levitating part because I was able to I was outside and I was moving through the air above the ground and just having this fabulous, it felt so free. And that made me think about what I've been struggling with even before I came over to Europe, but especially since I've been in Europe, because there's this feeling of not being tethered, which is interesting to anything, not being tethered, not having a home. And I've struggled with it. It's hard, when you don't have a place to go back to, when you don't have a safety net of just like this comfort to go back to. It's hard. It's really difficult. And I'm sure that this dream was like a message for me, you know how I talked about how I got a sign when I had the tummy thing on Thursday last week, and it just said, I just thought, you know what, not supposed to do this multi-train trip, extended torture thing. So I took that as a sign. I took this dream as a sign. And the takeaway from it, first of all, I was really happy when I woke up because I was like, wow, that I felt so free. And then I thought, you know what? I need to embrace that feeling instead of worrying about what I don't have, if that makes sense. In other words, who knows what the real meaning of it was? My takeaway from it was I need to embrace this feeling that I had, which was so strong in the dream, of this tremendous freedom, and just let that guide me. Because it's okay. At some point in time, I will have a place to land. At some point in time, I will have, that sense of home in an actual physical location. But right now, I don't need to have that. It's okay. And so that's what the dream meant to me. And it was really powerful because I don't think I've flown that much in a dream in like quite a while, like months, if at all, maybe longer than a few months. I feel really good about that. And it really helped my state of mind because it kind of got my head back in the game, if that makes sense. Like, I've struggled with the abscess thing and then with the whole thing about the tummy thing and then having to change my plans a couple times. And it just felt overwhelming. But you know what? It's like everything else in life. This too shall pass, and you will move on to the next thing. And not everything is going to be hard. Not everything is going to be a challenge. Not everything is going to be difficult. And all I have to keep in mind is that tremendous feeling of freedom I felt, which I can still feel hours later from waking up from that, of just having that tremendous feeling of freedom because my spirit was free. I was free to just enjoy the moment, enjoy the world in the moment, which is really the whole point of this. The whole point of living is to enjoy the moment. Whether you're traveling or staying at home, it doesn't matter. It's enjoying the moment and not getting hung up on all oh gosh, I wish I had this, or I missed this, or I wish I wasn't dealing with this, or there's so many things that can overwhelm you. And it was beginning to overwhelm me. And, but, my inner spiritual side spoke to me in the dream, and it kind of said, let it go. Just go on the magic carpet ride. Only I didn't have a carpet, it was just me. But go on the ride and you will be fine. Now, maybe this is a lot of you, maybe you don't think in a spiritual way and you'll say, oh, that's just silly. That's fine. You don't have to like it. It's me. I'm just sharing it with you. And if it speaks to some of you, that's great. And, but it was a really positive message this morning. And I've had a really productive day. I've had a really peaceful day. I went out, got a walk, shot some extra footage, tried to find some of the owl signs, which I could not find on the ground. But I am going to show you in this next segment, I am going to show you some of the footage that I've shot near these owl signs that are like these key landmarks in Dijon. And I don't know where they're hiding some of the owl signs. I couldn't find. There's two of them I was looking for today. Could not find them. So, and I looked everywhere. I mean, they're not hiding under a rock. I don't know where they are. So I will share that footage with you in a moment. And like I said, some extra footage of Dijon. I'll have some extra titles on there that you'll know what you're looking at. But I just want to sum it up by saying, I'm ready to leave Dijon, but I really have enjoyed it here. I really have. I probably would have enjoyed it more if I hadn't had an abscess and the resulting tummy issues from it, but the tummy's been better, and I'm confident. Now I know that the Imodium works. I only took it like I took it that night and the next morning, and that was it. So, but it worked, and so now I know that if I am worried about going on a train thing, like if I just take 2 Imodium, I'll be fine. So, that kind of raises my confidence a bit because it did really work. But I'm ready to move on to the next segment, which is in London, and then enjoy that and get everything I need to done and just do what I can. I mean, I can't see a lot. I'm really there only 5 full days, so it's not a tremendous amount, but I've got to do some shopping. I've got to do some just kind of a couple of, I want to go on the bus tour thing. I want to see a couple of sites. I want to go for an afternoon tea. There's some things I want to do while I'm there, but it's just going to take time. I mean, London's a big city, and I'm going to have to, hopefully I'll be able to get a lot of things on when I take the on again, off again bus, because it has lots of stops. So a lot of things that I want to get to, I can just hopefully get on the bus and go to that area and then get back on the bus to get back where I need to be. So, yeah, I'll be exploring that. But yeah, I had a viewer reach out to me and ask about seeing viewers in London. I'm not going to be able to do that on this. I'm just there so little time, and I have a lot to do. So I'm not going to get together with any viewers this time. Hopefully, I'll be back in the UK at least by the end of September, beginning of October. I don't have it planned yet exactly how long I could be there. It's really just, I won't be making those plans till probably July, but hopefully I will be able to get together with some people when I get back there. So anyway, yeah, so I really loved it here. I wanted to share a couple of really good experiences with you. I had my laundry done when I was staying in the other place. Here, I actually did my laundry in the little machine they have here today, and then put it out on the drying rack. But at the other place I was staying, I used to take my laundry to this little place around the corner, and the guy who had he had just like it was a one-man show little laundry place. You go in and you leave your laundry, and he had 2 like industrial washers and dryers, and he would do everybody's laundry, and you usually had to wait 24 hours to get your laundry back at least. And sometimes usually more if there was a holiday or whatever. I kind of figured usually it was a day and a half to probably get it back. But anyway, he was such a nice guy. And he spoke English. And when I walked in there, I said, I spoke to him in French first. And then he said, I said something like, asked him if he spoke English, and he said, "Oh, yes, I do." And he spoke English beautifully. I mean, he was French. I could tell by the way he spoke French, he was French, but he spoke English very well. I would come in and I'd say bonjour, and he'd go hello. And he knew me after the first time I went in there. I think I took my laundry in there 4 times. After the first time I went in there, he knew. He was really good about remembering, not only my name, but what I wanted done with my laundry. And I always brought it in its own bag. And he always, washed, dried, and folded it. And it was just, it cost like €9 a week to do it. But laundromats are expensive anyway. Even if you did your clothes in a machine at a laundromat, you probably pay close to that. So anyway, I just, he made the visit here so much nicer because he was so nice about it. He was so pleasant. He was, I hope he's really successful in his little laundry business. I don't know how long he's had it, but really nice person. So people like that I've met along the way, I really am grateful for. I really am. And, the whole laundry thing could have been a nightmare, but he made it so easy to have, and I really actually enjoy having a laundry service, actually. It's really kind of nice. You just drop it off, you leave it, you come pick it up a day later. You don't have to, hang around or get quarters or euro or, coins or whatever that you need to do it with. So, yeah. Anyway, it was great. So probably talked enough here. I'm going to show you some footage of my last kind of images of Dijon. And the next video I do will be about my trip over. I'll be filming when on the train and getting to London. So you'll see that probably on the next video. So anyway, everyone, please remember to be kind always and keep moving forward. Take care. Bye.
进去拍了没有？老爷爷下班。
就可以了，我就拍一张，就只要拍这个就好了呀。我的猫头鹰太小了，只能拍半身的。